Hello, Aquarius. This is your reading for February of 2020. Before we get started, we need to tell you about Mercury going into retrograde on the 17th of February, and it will be there until sometime in March. It's in Pisces, which means it's going to really affect the emotions. Everything's going to be topsy-turvy, but it can also affect communication, electrical equipment, computers, and things like that. So as we're going through this reading, just remember this is a short-term reading. It's just for the next few weeks. So don't take anything out of context.
Which is not to say that permanent changes can't come in here, but it's with the emotional stuff. Don't take it too much personally. Hey, come here. Come on, Aquarius. Okay. So, Aquarius, it is possible currently that you have a whole lot of hidden stuff going on, or you've got a whole lot of stuff that's not coming to the surface. It may be that you're thinking deeply, like in your subconscious. I'm going to do something weird. You and your opposition sign both have done this to me in the last 24 hours.
And what is the opposition sign? Cancer? I can't hear you. Your microphone.
Sorry. Yeah. The opposition sign is Leo, and
Leo.
Yeah, Leos will tend to take on personality traits of Aquarians, or Aquarians will tend to take on personality traits of Leos. At any rate, when we were working on Leo last night, they had the same kind of thing going on, where it was like all the runes were in the subconscious or the unseen position. So the only rune that you've got showing currently in its upright position, upright meaning visible position in this case, is the one that deals with a good working union. And you have it kind of at a midpoint. It's starting to turn downwards, but it hasn't as yet. And what this is it's a union that should be a really good working union, but for some reason, there's something that's blocking that union from working. So it may be some of the stuff that's hidden in the subconscious currently.
The union is with friendship. It's partnership and friendship. So there's a working union with a friend. Again, with Mercury in retrograde, you're going to have to be very clear with your communication. And remember that everyone's working through their own stuff emotionally. And friends have a tendency to take on other friends' emotions. You're probably going to have to guard yourself from absorbing their stuff and not bleeding on them.
The next rune that I've got, and everything else from here on out, is things that are in your subconscious or in the unseen. They're things that you're not necessarily aware of. So the next thing that you've got that's come up is Lagus. It's in its upright position. Lagus deals with the flow of emotions. It's where our intuition comes from, among other things. When you're in tune with your emotions and your emotions are working properly, then you can look at somebody and be like, oh my God, that's a scary person. Or you may look at them and you see somebody you've never met before and be like, wow, I really like the energy that person's carrying. And that comes from your emotions, okay? So you've got your emotions in a really good state right now. It's not like you're in a like being falsely led by them, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
You're going to have an overabundance of emotion. You're going to be feeling a lot of stuff that you have not felt probably in a long time. Aquarius, we don't live on our feelings. We live more on our intellect, but feelings are going to be coming up, and some of it very joyful. It's a very stuff you've been working on is going to come to completion, and it's a bumper crop. It's a good time for doing some emotional housekeeping. Feel it, acknowledge it, surrender it.
The next rune that we have up is Hagaz, or Hagel, depending on your pronunciation. And that rune is akin to the Tower card in the Tarot deck. It's basically a complete destruction of everything that went before in order to be able to build anew. And so it seems like you have some massive and major changes that are coming in here.
And it's victory after battle. It's a good thing that all that dead wood is being moved away. So far, the cards that are coming up are going into a very successful period of time in the Aquarian's life. Whether it be your focus is career or relationship or your home life or your children or your spouse or whatever, it is undergoing a incredible transformation, but the outcome is bountiful. It's a wonderful time. There's great rewards happening. You're just not seeing it yet.
Yeah, the interesting thing, I have a feeling that the Tower, normally the Tower brings a lot of fear and worry and sorrow and stuff, and I'm not getting that this time. My sense is that this is a welcome change. Again, you've got Ansus, which is the one I was actually kind of referring to earlier, which is your intuition. And because your emotions are in a very good position, your intuition is also doing really well right now. So, you can actually rely on that. If you get a gut feeling about something, then you're probably going to be pretty dead on with that, actually. It's probably a pretty good deal. I would pay attention to those things. I would look for information. Again, I'm getting dreams. I would look for information in your dreams, or if you, especially with communication happening, this is interesting, but if you happen to be at a coffee shop and you walk by a table and people are talking about something and somehow it just seems to fit your situation, look for those kinds of signs and messages right now.
This is all coming from your highest self. This is the information you're being given information from the universe. It's like the angelic field. It's coming. If you'll see there, it's a reawakening. New information being downloaded into you, and your intuition's at all-time high. So enjoy that. It's okay to play with it a little bit. Challenge it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Buy yourself a deck of tarot cards or a set of runes, or learn palm reading, or find some kind of divination tool that you can play with and start exploring, and it will help heighten your intuition.
The only negative that I've seen so far in this entire reading is this rune right here. And this rune is Uras, and it deals with it's basically the strength card from the tarot. The actual symbolism is that of an ox, and in the position it's in right now, it's as if you have an ox that is mired in mud. Okay. And the more an ox struggles, the more stuck it's going to get in that mud. You know, it needs to be slow and steady movement in order to get out. So, this is, I think, a time where your strength could be used against you, probably by you. I think patience may be called for, and you may not be feeling very patient right now. Also, the fact that, the Aquarians, it's an air sign. You guys tend to be more in your head than in your heart a lot of times. And so the fact that it looks like you're going to be dealing with a lot of emotional stuff, not negative emotional, but still a lot of emotional stuff, may be a little off putting to you because you're not used to dealing in that realm as much. And so it may feel uncomfortable or strange to you to be getting the emotional rushes that are going to be coming in for you.
Two cards came up together. This is the Seven of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. And what is happening is that you're being sucked dry by those around you. Everybody's needing a piece of you. They're wanting your advice, your intellect, your instinct, all that stuff. And you're not taking time for yourself. And there's not a whole lot left over. You feel like you're barely getting by energetically. You're going to have to probably start setting some priorities and some boundaries with people because you're not an IV bottle. And if you keep that up, it's going to manifest itself physically in you and you're going to get sick. Not like cancer sick, but like the universe is going to knock off your feet for a little bit to get you to rest.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the last rune that we've got here, and this is referring right back to the beginning card that he had, is this deals with a relationship. It's typically considered a gift from the gods. It can be a friendship, a partnership, it can be siblings, family, or it can be a lover. So you have somebody in there who's actually got your back also. You've got a lot of people, like he was saying, that are kind of sucking you dry. But at the same time, you've got this relationship that is apparently very beneficial to you, whether it be, brothers and sisters or a work partnership or whatever it is. You do have somebody there that you can actually rely on. And they'll help to take up some of the slack if you need it. If you need to bounce off your emotions on somebody, you have that option with these people, but you've got a very solid base. It's that, again, I'm going back to the beginning here. It's that solid base of the working relationship, okay, which doesn't necessarily mean a working relationship, but it means a relationship that works, that integrally has good balance, good movement, stuff like that.
It's the King of Pentacles is coming to help you carry this burden. You're not going to have to do this alone very long. You've got this guy coming in to help you carry the burden. It may be financial burden. It may be emotional burden. I don't know. He's a very solid man. He's very interesting too. But he's going to help you out. So you're not alone in all this.
Yeah. But overall, this is a really incredibly happy reading. Really happy. So, well played, Aquarian.
Happy February, which is our birthday month.
Yay! Thank you so much for tuning in. And, if you enjoyed tonight, we'd love it if you would like and subscribe, maybe share, let people know we exist. And in the meantime, best of luck. Have a fantastic February. Take care.
Bye-bye.